multiple years here at Higher Ground. Does it feel like this year feels a little bit different compared to last season?
Yeah, I think it does. I think from a team standpoint, it's definitely different. I think we're way more connected as a team. And I think there's just more connections throughout the group, and I think it's a credit to our off-season program. I think obviously the strength program is very hands-on in the off-season, but I think this year the coaching staff was very hands-on as well. I think that helped it with just relationships between players and players and between players and players. So I think the team standpoint feels different, and then personal standpoint, it feels different just because from a confidence level, just getting older and playing, I think everything's just slowed down in the field, which makes it nice and a lot less stressful.
You're in this competition with Brennan. What's kind of your daily mindset when you go to practice to compete against them?
I think it's just getting the best out of each other. I think a valuable lesson I learned early on in college was you can't worry about what someone else is doing. Just encourage each other, getting each other better. So when he makes a play on the field, like, awesome. Like, let's go make a play for myself too. Like, I think early on in my career, I was too worried about what other guys were doing, and now it's just focusing on yourself and how you can get the best out of yourself and each other, along with the rest of the guys on the team. I think that's the best way to do it, and I think that's why I'm having so much fun.
You guys are going to run. Are you faster than people think?
Depends how fast people think I am. I think I'm more quick than fast. I think a lot of that has to do with playing basketball in high school. But I think, I would say so.
Would you call your athleticism sneaky?
Yeah, I think sneaky is a good word for it because I'm not going to wow you at all. Like, you see me run down the sideline. But no, I mean, I think I'm athletic enough. I'll let you guys determine that.
What have been your first impressions on a young guy like Samaj Jones in that quarterback room?
I mean, I think it's pretty easy to tell that he has a cannon for an arm, and that thing just comes out of there a little different than a lot of guys. And I mean, he's got a lot of talent. He's got all the stuff you can't teach. And now it's just about reps and getting everything right with knowing the offensive stuff. He's done a great job. It's impressive with what he's been able to do, and he's going to be very good for the Bearcats in the future.
At Swansea named like 3 receivers, and you gave me 5 or 6. So who are yours?
I would probably do the same thing, honestly. I think the biggest change from last year to this year, as far as roster, is the amount of depth we have at receiver, but also every position. Like when you think of certain positions, you're like, oh, that guy's good, he's going to start, and then you're like, wait, there's also another guy at that same position. So I think the amount of depth we have at receiver is awesome. I mean, if you want me to name 3 guys that this camp have impressed me a lot, I would say Aaron Turner's had a great camp. He's doing a lot of good stuff, and he's one of those guys that's taking a leadership role this offseason. So AT, I think Smitty's another guy, Tyner Smith, has done a great job. He plays bigger than what he is, which is nice, and he's very savvy on the field, knows when to sit in zones and keep going, stuff like that. And then another one, and then you got Jamoy. I think Jamoy's a really good receiver. He's done some good stuff. Another guy that's really smart, and smart receivers is what you want from a quarterback. Guys that are friendly to the quarterback, no one can back the ball and everything like that.
It's your second year under Pete Thomas. What's different about him compared to former offensive coaches and quarterbacks coaches?
Yeah, I mean, they're all going to have similarities, but I think the thing that stuck about Coach Thomas is his emphasis on just playing football. And I think that's been a huge maturation part of my process. Is just playing football and not necessarily going out there and thinking. When I was younger, I used to watch way too much film on my own, and then when I go out there, I'm thinking too about it. And now it's still watch film, obviously, but like it's just more playing football and just trusting what you see and then acting off of it.
You've been asked about these guys many times before, but just your offensive line, this group, what kind of confidence do you have in those guys?
All the confidence in the world. I mean, all 5 of those guys are leaders on this team, and there's 7, 8 that are probably going to play this year. So, I think the 2 that, 3 that really fit 4. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot, and I think Gavin's the leader of that group. If you want to pick out one leader, and the leadership role that he's really taken this year compared to last year is it's hard to emphasize it enough. But I mean, he's a great leader. We trust him he's making the calls up front. We trust him with that. He does a great job with that. So the offensive line is definitely good for him.
You've embraced the leadership role here heading into your 4th season. What was your message to obviously the 48 incomers about what to expect out here at Camp Higher Ground?
Yeah, I think a big emphasis was towards the freshmen. Like, you're going to have some days where you're not going to like football very much, and that just is what it is. We've all been there. And then just to the whole team, like, this is not many programs get to do this, and we just take advantage of this and know how special it is to come together as a team, and use that to our advantage. So I think that's been
A lot of talent defensively in that freshman class. Is this the most talent you've seen on that side of the ball?
Yeah, I mean, from an impact standpoint, like right away, I would say yes. I mean, Simeon's a guy that has been getting a lot of public knowledge for how good he's going to be and the impact type of impact he could have. I think Jaquan Sanks is a guy that really stands out to me. Good guy. He comes on the field and plays hard, and he's flying all over the field. Does not look like a freshman at all when you look at him. And I think he's a really good player.
Thanks, Brady.
Good.
Thanks, Brady.